Hello everyone, I'm Tam, and I'm back with another discussion point for my series of why I think it is. Today we are talking about why discipline is your friend. When you think of discipline, you're probably thinking of a drill sergeant yelling instructions and orders to cadets to, do more push-ups, run faster, and so forth. That's probably what you're thinking about. Or you're thinking of like a coach, for example, a motivational coach trying to push you, take risks, today may be your last day, trying to like motivate you to get out of your comfort zone and do something that you currently see as kind of scary and not really worth your time, or you don't really see the value at the end of the road. So some kind of external person or thing trying to push you to become better, stronger, faster, and so on. That's definitely a starting point for developing real discipline. However, that's not the kind of discipline I'm trying to talk about. The kind of discipline I'm trying to talk about is internalized. That internal drive you have, to kind of push yourself more, which can be kind of like ignited by external, external persons. Number one, this discipline is like how is like that voice inside your head that tells you you have to do this anyway, regardless of whatever happened yesterday or whatever's gonna happen in the future. For example, today I got up in the morning and did some exercises. Even though yesterday I ate a lot of food and was kind of like more food than usual, so I over binge eating, and I'm kind of like not feeling so good about myself this morning. I still did something, like it's not the same number of like repetitions that I did that I do that I usually do per morning. It's still something. It's better. It's better than zero. So this is despite what happened yesterday. For example, I may have been drinking too much. I may have like stayed over at a friend's house and so forth. Today, I'm still doing something physical for my health. So it doesn't matter what factor happened yesterday. You still have to do something. For example, for your physical health. So discipline is that voice that tells you, all right, like I get it, I get it, I understand. Yesterday was kind of hard for you. Perhaps you ran into a car and now you kind of in a legal situation. That's fine. Tomorrow you would have to like I guess file some paperwork for the police department. That's fine. Today, this morning, you still gotta do X, Y, and Z. That's kind of like the voice that discipline kind of becomes. Number two is that once you start developing the kind of like I guess mentality, kind of like a mindset, and of course all the habits around that. Have, for example, fitness, eating well, and so on. You start to build a sense of like confidence. So what else can I do? I'm doing pretty well in these other areas that I thought I couldn't beforehand because I made a bunch of excuses for myself. Oh, I drank too much yesterday, so I can't exercise this morning, or at least do something physical this morning. So now that I have proven to myself that yes, even though I have bad days and good days, I'm still making overall, on average, progress towards what matters to me. What else can I apply the same kind of mindset to? For example, perhaps going back to school for a master's degree. Some days will be harder than other days because I have a job now, or I have a child or other responsibilities. I can still work through it. during my off hours when I'm not as busy and so on. Or for example, that the vacation I thought was like out of reach. I can apply this discipline to save more per month so I can like start planning for a trip. And as I plan for this trip, I probably will cut out some things because they don't matter to me, or I will have a better picture of what actually will make a difference once I take that vacation. Like go to Bali or Thailand to see a Buddhist temple and so on. So discipline, having that kind of this disciplinary mindset gives you gives you the kind of the freedom to explore what else can I do because I'm already doing pretty well in the areas that I didn't think was kind of possible, quote unquote, beforehand. Number three is e- um there will be bad days for you, and you kind of feel like you're off. You're not on a track, so to speak. For example, like yesterday, you probably ate some junk food, a bunch of McDonald's French fries, even though you don't usually do that anymore. Some days you don't study for exams, and you kind of like, I don't really want to do this. I'd rather watch movies with my friends and so on. So you kind of feel off track. However, um, you also feel like you have to get back on track. It's like you want to swing the pendulum back to like the center position. So that kind of discipline, that kind of like that gut feeling, that kind of a voice tells you, all right, it's okay, it's okay. You kind of like fell off the path, so to speak, to have a bit of like fun or excursion. That's all right. Just put in twice as much work tomorrow to get back on track and back on center.